probably saying hey to myself, but there's nobody here yet. But hey, hello. I better grab my crochet. I've got my brew, so I'm all ready for you. I'm sitting here like Billy No Mates, though there's nobody here yet. I'm sure you'll all arrive soon. Oh, 2 people have arrived anyway. Cheers. I've got my Los Angeles mug, or Los Angeles, whichever you want to say. Hi, Nana Michelle. It's a squirrel rail. Good, good, good. Like to see all the squirrels. Hi, Sandra. Squirrels are always welcome. I like squirrels. We actually had one on the fence the other day. The dogs actually didn't even see it. Yeah. The weather's a bit like that, Esther. Yeah. Hasn't been raining. Yeah. But, it's not exactly brilliant. It's cold still. It's blooming June. We should be having some nice sunshine. Hi, Ella. Hi, Chris. Thank you. Compliments are always welcome. Hiya, June. By the way, if Pauline comes on, it's her birthday today. So we need to say happy birthday to Pauline. And also if Jill comes on, I missed her birthday. Naughty me. So we'll see. I like a squirrel raid, Chris. I like squirrels. I've only seen one since I came here. Where I lived before, there were always squirrels. I had a tame one that used to come up and bang on the patio door. I never fed it, so I don't know why it came. Yeah. Hi, Chris. Perhaps I was a squirrel whisperer. I don't know. And my lovely Rosie, she was sitting on the sofa. And she was quite quiet, really, till I looked, and she's actually chewed the corner on my cushion cover. Thank you, Rosie. And then we went outside, and Trixie had piddled in the hall. So we're having an eventful day so far. So far. Quite eventful. Put my hand cream on before I start. Oh, Sandra, don't send me some of that warmth over here. It's plumbing freezing. I've even got my cardi on one side ready to put it on, because I don't think I'll last without a cardi before long. I have managed without a cardigan on so far, but then I have been in the shed. If you saw my little video, I've been sorting out some stuff ready for the craft fair. It's not till July the 2nd, but I thought I'd start now. Because it takes me ages to sort out. I just put the boho items on one side. You know me and me boho, me granny squares, me bright colours, that's me. So I've hopefully got a friend coming this next week to help me with a web page. And there's also what they call a jumble trail. I hope they don't mean jumble, that people don't want to buy anything. But you can, apparently, if you apply, you can apply to be put on the map, and then people can come and look at your stuff on the driveway. So if it's not raining, it'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? If it is raining, don't know what I'll do. Never mind. It's a dress, Chris. It's a dress. One of my Shine originals. Yeah. I actually broke one of my necklaces the other day. I was on my way to the GP. And it just went, I wasn't even touching it. It just fell. I gathered up all the bits as much as I could, but I don't know whether I'll put it back together again. I'm not much good at that. The finger ends don't work very well these days. So, yeah, I finished my cardigan. You probably saw it, didn't you? Oops. Oh, finished my cardigan. 26 years married, is that? 29 together, Chris. Congratulations. I think I did about 22 before I called it a draw. Finished the cardigan, if you can see it. My friend said everything I hold up on looks massive, but I can assure you it isn't massive. And with the bit that was left over, I made that little cardigan behind. It looks a bit strained because it's actually smaller than the mannequin is, yeah. Yeah, the mannequin's actually, I think it's a size 16, and that little top's probably about a size 10, 12. So that's why it's looking a bit sprained. It's like me when I try things on, looking a bit sprained, you know. So, anyway, I'm making another, oh, she says, throwing her. I got this, I love this yarn. I forget who sent it to me. Somebody sent it to me from America. And I like it. She says, I like it a lot. I'm making another of those. I think Chris calls them cat's bum circles. You've given me a whole new light on it now, Chris. I wish you hadn't said cat's bum, because that's all I can see now is a cat's bum. Hey, it's better than a bullseye, isn't it? I made a couple of waistcoats in the circle, the mandala, and they did finish up as not just a cat's bum, they finished up on my backside. They weren't very flattering. No, I can't unsee it now you've called it a cat's bum. I hope nobody else that's going to buy it will see it as a cat's bum. I always think as a cat's bum is, you know, ladies who smoke and they've smoked a lot and they're getting older and they have this cat's bum mouth. And I always look at them thinking, oh, cat's bum. And I can't unsee it once I've seen it. You've all seen them, haven't you, ladies who smoked heavily all their lives? They've got wrinkles upon wrinkles, yeah. Thank goodness. I mean, I've got enough wrinkles, but I've never smoked. You're making gnomes. I wish I could make toys. I'm absolutely rubbish at amigurumis. Whoops. Can't crochet straight now. My hand cream. Losing track. I cannot make toys to save my soul. I don't stuff them right. They look like Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I can't do faces at all. They just look horrendous and scary whenever I try to do them. I've even watched videos how to make your faces look appealing on your dolls. No, I don't have the knack. I've made dolls' clothes. In fact, my niece came on last Saturday and she said, I've brought a bag for you down memory lane. But when I opened it up, it's a huge bag full of Barbie and Cindy clothes that I'd made for the girls. I mean, they're in their 40s now, but I'd made for them when they were small. And she said, my mum's been sorting out and she didn't want to throw them out. She gave them back to me. I can't even believe I ever made them. Some of them are so fancy. There was even 2 little wedding dresses in there. I'll have to take photos of them and put them on my page. I was quite amused because I don't even remember making them. I mean, do you remember things you made 40 years ago? Well, 40 odd years ago. I mean, one of them's in their mid-40s and the other one's in her late 40s. So it must have been some time ago I made them, yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, my hand cream's making my hands slippy. So what's everybody else making then? If Chris is making gnomes, what's everybody else making? I'm making another of those circular thingies. Little Yorkshire Terrier just gone past. And of course, Rosie's seen it and she started to bark now. It's about the size of a rat, actually. It's just gone past. But she didn't miss it. 8, 9, 10, 11. Hello, Magali. Oh, and the girls have wrecked their carrying cage. Yeah. You're crocheting a baby boy cardigan. I love making baby clothes, but I never sell them. See, there's nobody else in the family will be having any babies as far as I know. It'll be a while before I make any more babies. Many of my family, immediate family, don't like anything handmade. Don't know what there is about them. Oh, I had a laugh today. I put it on my Facebook. You know, those playpens for dogs that are made out of fabric. There was a dog there that was bouncing like bouncing the whole playpen all around the room. That's our dogs. Hi, Nathan. What are you doing today? Are you making a gnome? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, I've done another round. Not sure what the next round will be. Let's look what my next round will be. Right. Cross 11, no, right. Turn the page. You want to know what I'm making? I'm making that. Made it before. Making it again. Right. I haven't got 3 double crochets. I've got more than 3 double crochets. Hi, Kaz. If I'm looking perplexed, it's because I'm perplexed. I think I missed a row somewhere. I am perplexed. I am perplexed. Aha, it's there I went wrong. Never mind, I'll do a fudge. I'm not taking a whole row back. Do you like that? I'm having a fudge. I've got 5 on this one when I should have had 3. You have to go to your plant pot. Oh. Oh, I can't. Wait a minute, maybe I can. My scrolling isn't working. Somebody has carpal tunnel syndrome. I've got that in my left hand, actually. It's not nice. I've had my right hand done. Yeah. My scroll isn't working for some strange reason. I don't know why it's not working, but it's not. I've tried always and it's still not working. But maybe it'll sort itself out tomorrow. Who knows? When I turn off and on again, maybe it will. Right. Chain 7. Chain 7. I've done this twice and I can't remember. Uh-huh. A big leather glove? No, I just had it. I wore a bandage. It didn't heal very well, mine, at first, but I healed it up with Manuka honey. It was very gooey and very, very messy, but it did heal it. Oh, bye, Chris, if you're going now. Bye-bye. Right, chain 7, single crochet into the next chain space twice. It's not a very well-written pattern, this. I hate to say this, but it's not. I hate it when you pay £7 for a pattern, and you could have done it better yourself, yeah. No big L so far, but he's usually late anyway, so I'm not worried yet so far. 5, 6, 7. See, I can count to 7, aren't I clever? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he's always a bit late, Miguel. He's never here at the beginning. So I never worry about him until it gets about halfway through. Yeah, he doesn't do well in heat, doesn't Miguel? I think he's got air conditioning. But one never knows. One never knows. Just a notion, that's all. Right, I'm not sure whether I should have done 7 there or not. Let me look at my picture. Let me look at my picture. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness only knows what I'm doing here. She's got lost already. Yes. Oh, well. I'll carry on regardless. Because I haven't got a clue. Hiya, Connie. Oh, you got a Simply Crochet magazine and it was... one end was opened. I hope it was all there. Unless somebody's nicked... nicked the... what do you call it? The free gift or something? A 100 degrees. Oh, I wouldn't know what 100 degrees is like. I don't think we've ever had it in the UK. Kaz might correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've had 100 degrees. Sounds awful hot. But I like hot weather. There was a hook and a booklet. Oh, so long as they were in, Nathan, so long as nobody had nicked them out of it. That was why they started putting the magazines inside a cellophane or plastic bag. Because people, in the supermarkets were taking all the free gifts out. 4, 5, 6, is it 7? Looks a bit sort of loopy. Am I supposed to be doing 7? Just an ocean, that's all. We listen to ABBA. Oh, Skiathos, don't make me jealous. I love that place. I love it. I was watching Mamma Mia 2, but actually I don't think that was filmed in Skiathos. I think they filmed that somewhere else because of the budget. Mamma Mia 1 was filmed in Skiathos. But I think they did the number 2 one somewhere else because it was cheaper. You know, it's all about money these days. Talking about money, I'm wearing my money bracelet that my friend bought me. It's supposed to bring wealth. I keep rubbing it, you know, like it's a genie in a lamp, yeah. Oh, I adore Skiathos, but I doubt that I'll ever be able to go back again because it's very very cobbly, and quite hilly. Yeah. Oh, I believe that, Connie, if it comes. You know, this miraculous whatever it is heat wave we're supposed to be having. I'd just be glad to see a little bit of sunshine, yeah. Oh dear. Well, I don't know whether I told you all or not. I think I told you on one of my videos. I've decided I'm not going back to the afternoon knit club anymore. You know, when you don't feel inspired, you know, by the people that go there. A couple of the people are very nice. Well, about 4 of the people are very nice, but the rest of them, they don't craft, they don't do anything, and they just get me down. Hi, Ethan. I like craft clubs to be inspiring, you know. People just show me things that they've made, and I swear raid, I Granny D. You know, people who show me things that they've made. Or people who actually take a notice of what you're making. You know, when you go and nobody says, I mean, I'm not asking for compliments all the time, but when somebody takes an interest in what you're actually making, or somebody says, oh, what are you making today, Jan? Or, oh, that looks nice. Or, but no, they don't ask anybody anything. One of them has her head down in her book all the time. I don't know what the heck she's doing in that, but you know, it's not very inspiring, is it? I'm used to knit clubs that are very vibrant and, you know, people have got an interest in what you're doing and people are showing each other patterns and showing what they're doing. I'm used to all that. I'm not used to just apathy. Yeah. So I'm on the lookout now for somewhere else to go. Yeah. So watch this space. Yeah. What did it for me was actually them talking about getting a stall to sell their crochet. Really? Nobody can make anything. I've been going 15 months and nobody's made anything there. Well, yeah. Oh, I'd love to go to one with you, Kaz. Yeah. So, I mean, what are they going to put on the stall if you can't make anything? And then the other week, one of them said, oh, let's all make a square and make a granny square blanket, which is all very good if more than 3 people can crochet. You know, no, I didn't like being told what to do. I'm not going back. I can't be bothered. Yeah, she has her nose in. She's supposed to be doing paperwork or something to do with the club. I mean, apart from saying, oh, somebody's come, have they paid their subs? Why we pay subs, I don't know, because we don't pay for the room and the pub is free. So why we pay subs, I have no idea. So I just got fed up. They don't know yet. They'll probably find out when I don't go back. I want something with a bit more pizzazz. Oh, I can hear a birdie going. The little dogs next door just come back being carried. They must be tired. I think it's the first time I've seen the kids actually next door. I've been here 16 months. She's not reading a book, Cash. She's just doing some paperwork, but quite what she's doing, I don't know. But she doesn't make anybody feel welcome. She doesn't say, oh, hello, how are you? Great to see you, you know, blah, de, blah, de, blah. Not just me. She doesn't do it to anybody, yeah. And then she wonders why new members don't stay so well. This old member is out of there. It is ignorant. That's what I think. It's ignorant. I don't understand what paperwork she's got to do. There's only about 10 members. So what's she got to write? So I'm going out to lunch instead next Wednesday with another of the girls who's left. And memoirs. I don't think she's got any memoirs to write. Now, if I wrote my memoirs, oh, you'd have something spicy to read there. When I was younger, I used to say if I wrote my memoirs, a lot of married men would have to leave town. The ones who I didn't know were married, let's get this straight, didn't know they were married at the time, but turned out to be two-timing little And I found out later that they were married, yeah. So, hi, Jane. Has your dog stopped chasing the cat? Jane put a video up of her dog deciding that it didn't want a cat in its back garden. Yeah, I had a lovely time when we went out on the Sunday, yeah. I did mention before, if Pauline comes on, it's her birthday today. And if Jill comes on, I missed her birthday, and I don't know whether anybody else did. So I need to say belated happy birthday to Jill if she comes on. Oh, my little friend in Manchester, the one who's been doing the videos. Oh, she's such a sweet kid. She's done a pride jacket. It's like all in granny squares, all the ends she must have sewn in. It's white with a colour, and then white with another colour, then white with another colour. All the colours of the rainbow. She made a beautiful waistcoat. She's so talented, that little girl. Well, I say little girl. She must be in her 20s, yeah. To me, that's a little girl. Hello, Becoming Me. Yeah, she's called Megan Porter, if you're looking for her on Facebook. Not Facebook, YouTube. But I was fascinated, and I thought that poor girl's got all those ends to sew in. Yeah. That's the bit I hate about granny squares. I love granny squares, but I absolutely hate all the ends. And I can't crochet over them, and I can't do it that way. It doesn't work that way. Hi, Lydia. I don't think it was Jane's cat. I think it was a stray cat that had gone into her yard, and her dog took exception to it. Luckily, it was on a lead, or it might have chased the cat to the middle of next week. Yeah. Rosie takes exception to anything with 4 legs or wings that comes anywhere near our garden. She doesn't like seagulls, she doesn't like sparrows, anything. And she definitely doesn't like cats. She has a thing, there's a black cat that lives a few doors away that dares to walk across the main road here. Well, not the main road, but you know, the street. Dares to walk across its own street, yeah? But of course, that mortally offends Rosie. You know, like, why is there a cat walking on my street? Yeah. Because you know what dogs are like, they own the street, don't they? Whereas my Buster, he was quite blasé about the whole thing. He was like, oh, look, dog. Oh, look, cat. Yeah. They did, as far as I know. But people would talk to Rosie, and I think I've told you that Rosie doesn't like to be spoken to by anybody strange. She has this aversion to. We're trying to get her out of it. She's going to classes, but she's okay so long as nobody looks at her and nobody talks to her. Which is a little bit awkward because she's kind of like the kind of dog that go, oh, isn't she lovely and that, yeah. Now, Trixie, on the other hand, she'll just take anything, you know. Oh, people. How lovely, people. Whereas Rosie's like, no, people. Woof, 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 woof. So every time they took her anywhere in public, it was like incessant barking with her. So I don't think they had as brilliant a time as they said they did, really. Never mind. Right, I've got to do 4 double crochets in the next space, 3, 3 and 3 in the corner. Right, okie dokie. The bookcase, yes, I do, but it's leaning at a very precarious angle, if you can see it over there. I don't put any more books in it at the moment. Can you see how far it's leaning away from the wall? So I'm after him actually fastening it to the wall or you know, putting something underneath it so it tips a bit backwards. Of course, he's like, I don't know why you wanted it in the first place and you put too much in it. It's too heavy, blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. Yeah, it needs brackets. But, you know that, I know that, but, you know what men are like? They have to make their own mind up about anything, don't they? He has to make his own mind up that it needs a bracket. He's saying it's not meant for anything that heavy. It's the bookcase. Mind you, the things they sell these days that are they're not fit for purpose is like nobody's business, isn't it? It's like prams that are not waterproof, isn't it? You know what I mean? What happened to the good old days when things were fit for purpose? So I buy a bookcase and it's not fit for heavy books. Hey, left to me, Kaz, I would have had one straight away across the wall. Yeah. I couldn't afford a big solid one. I just couldn't afford one. I would have liked, a great big massive, the old-fashioned good old. When I think about all the bookcases that I gave away before I moved here, I could kill myself. It's just, and all the bookcases, my brother, you want cubby holes, I want storage. I've come down from a 3-bedroom house with loads of storage down to basically 2 rooms and a shed. Then my son wonders why I don't have enough room for things, yeah. Oh, honestly, the back of that's it's like cardboard, the back of that. Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? I could fill the wall full of, you wouldn't like that either. Oh, I had beautiful built-in ones at my old house, Lydia. And he was like, oh, they're old-fashioned, oh, they're this, oh, they're that. You have to get rid of them. There won't be room in your new house. Oh, gosh, I wish I'd have kept them. I do wish I'd have kept them. They were proper wood and they were brilliant, yeah. Well, the birthday girl is here. Pauline, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. See you 21 again, Pauline. Oh, I'll wait for him to... He'll sort something out, Chris, eventually. Because I just told him it would fall on the kids, yeah. Yeah, it's Pauline's birthday today. We're not telling everybody how old you are, Pauline. Don't tell everybody you're 72, Pauline. You're 21. Like me. I hope Aaron got you something nice. Listen, have you seen our two youngest great-grandchildren running around? They're like two little earthquakes on their own. So I'm terrified they'll come bouncing in here and the thing will fall on them. Yeah. What did he buy you? Did he buy you something nice, Pauline? Kaz wants to know if it was yarn or wool, or as we call it in the UK. She's not answering. Well, I know the rest of your family's a bit of a dead loss, Pauline, but I thought Aaron might have got you something. A book and some flowers. Oh, that's nice. He's got you something anyway. At least one of them did something. I never know what I want. Wool. You want some wool, Kaz? Get your daughters to get you some wool. Can't go wrong with a bit of wool. It's like when people say, oh, we didn't know what to get you, Jan. Do you not know me? Do you not know who I am? No, I didn't think you would, Pauline. You would have surprised me if you hadn't done, actually, yeah. Of course we want wool. I have a shed full of wool, but I would want wool. I would love it if somebody bought me wool, yeah. We never have enough. I mean, I've got a shed full. I'm making inroads into it. It is going down. Ball by ball, it's slowly going down. It might take me till I get a telegram from the Queen, or it'll be Charlie. Yeah. I'm actually crocheting a shawl I started at before Knit Club. But I'm just not into it. It actually looks better on the video than it does in real life. It's quite dark and dismal in reality, but it looks quite chirpy on the video. I just hope somebody's into dark colours. Yeah. You don't have a Hobby Lobby? We don't have Hobby Lobbies in UK anyway. We have Hobbycraft. You bought some wool the other day. £4, showing the ball. That's good value, that. I don't have a Hobbycraft anywhere near here. You started your second jacket. You're doing very well with your knitting, Pauline, considering. Considering Pauline had a stroke last year, she's doing very well with her knitting. It's probably like in the UK, Judy. You know, they advertise sales and that, and then when you get there, there's nothing there. Yeah. £10 for one skein. It's a lot of money, isn't it? Or is it just me that's tight? You know, I just look at things and think, oh, you know, £3 something for 50 grams, and I'm like, no. Must be nice to have money, no object, and just be able to go and buy the nice wool that you want to buy. Because there's some very, very pretty wools out there. And I look at them and think, oh no, no, can't afford that. I look at things differently, I suppose, than other people. I look at things and think, you know, would I be able to sell it at that price? I suppose that's the way I look at things, yeah. Oh, swallow. Oh, you'll be going back, Kaz. I can see you will. While it's still on sale. I have to order most of my stuff by mail these days. I want to sell. You've seen my video. I've got a shed full of stuff I've got made up. I need to sell it. Got one of my friends from Knit Club, one of the nice ones from Knit Club. She's going to come and help me with a web page. Hopefully. I'm just so desperate for a web page. Janet, why are you doing 3 in each hole when you're supposed to be doing 4? It's the beauty of crochet, isn't it? You can just rip it back when you go wrong. That's what happens when you're not concentrating. I don't use natural fibres apart from cotton because I'm itchy. I'll be quite honest, I'm itchy. I've tried cashmere, I've tried merino, I've tried everything, and I'm itchy. There's just something. Oh dear. When I crochet wool for other people, I get breakouts all over my hands. I get eczema. Or is it dermatitis? I'm not sure. One of the two. Yeah, I have really bad. I finish up on steroid cream. Because I run all the wool through my fingers, like it goes, I can't get away from. I mean, somebody said crochet in gloves, but I ask you, you know, could you crochet in gloves? I don't. I've still got that rickety old scooter and all. I need to get in touch with him again. I'm fed up with that rickety thing. Making that racket as it goes past everybody going, whee! Well, there's one thing, I don't run anybody over because they hear the thing coming. But it's the right bone shaker. It's shaking me about. Yeah, without my own scooter. Yeah, it has, Ellie. You're right. I'm getting fed up. They said they can't get the part. If it goes on any longer, I'm going to say I want another scooter. I know they've given me a loan scooter, but it's... Hello, Ben. Hello. How are you today? I wonder if we'll get UK Medic in today. I wonder if we'll get him. You're not bad. Oh, that's good. That's good. Have you finished for the evening or have you got the night off? You finished with the waltzers? You're not waltzing anymore? I bet you go home with you finish for the evening. I bet you go home with your ears ringing, don't you? With all the music that they play on the fairgrounds, because they always have it dead loud, don't they? Or is it just me being old and feeble? Yeah. That's my son coming creaking downstairs. You been at the Teesside Air Show? Yeah. Was it a good show? Or did you not get a chance to have a look at the planes? Too busy watching your waltzers. I like air shows, but I always come back with a crick in my neck because you're that busy looking up, aren't you? Oh, the Red Arrows, yeah. I have seen them fly by once, yeah. They actually flew by in Manchester one time for some reason or other. Many, many years ago. I can't remember why. Sammy called into work sick. Why is that the first time he's done that? You make it sound like it's a big event, Jane. Mine, yeah, I was like that. I used to have to get told to go home. I was always going to work poorly. And you said, will you go home? Will you go home? Oh, you go see the Red Arrows. Yeah, well, you know what Ben's been looking at then. If you don't know what we're talking about and you're in the US, it's a display, flying display team that they call the Red Arrows. They do all this, fancy flying in the sky and, letting off plumes of different colours and stuff like that. I'm sure you've got the equivalent over there in the US. When they're crossing over each other and things like that. You've probably got something similar, just not called the Red Arrows, yeah. He said he can't be to get my medicine. What, he can't be sick because he's getting your medicine? Not understanding that last bit, Jane. Oh, you've got the Blue Angels, yeah, and Thunderbirds and Blue Angels, yeah. We have, yeah, they have planes in buildings, yeah, they do, but it's not very nice, that. I think I need to put the light on soon. Staying light quite a lot, isn't it? Like it's nearly 10 o'clock and it's still light. Just wish it was sunny. It was blowing a gale this afternoon. Yeah, my shed door, I had to prop it open. He can't pick up your medicine. Oh, because he was sick. Yeah, I see. And you can't pick up your medicine? Or are you not allowed out? It's Thundercats, not Thunderbird. £3 to go on a kid's drive. My poor kid would have not been going on anything. I'm afraid I'm a bit of a tight beggar. I used to say to my son, "You can have so much money when it's gone, it's gone." Yeah. Oh, that's a bit mean, isn't it, Ben? Putting the prices up. Manny, I suppose it depends whether they get charged for taking the fare there, how much they get paid. They have to pay, to rent the space or something like that. Maybe they charge them more money, for renting You've got mobility issues. You'll have to get yourself a scooter, Jane. Then you can scooter out and get your stuff. Well, that's all right, isn't it, Ben? More money than sense. I suppose it was holiday time, wasn't it? Yeah. Thunderbirds was the TV program, Kaz. I think he's trying to say maybe the planes that fly. Yeah, can you not get one on mobility, Jane? Do you not have mobility? You know, I mean, I have to. I mean, I have to pay for mine out of my money, my mobility money, but I wouldn't be without my scooter. It's my independence. Otherwise, I'd be stuck in the house all the time because I can't walk. I've got an assessment with the pharmacist on Monday. Yeah. I queried why my notes have never arrived at my new GP. So I rang up my old GP and they said they'd sent them. My new GP are saying that they haven't got them. Anyway, now we seem to be sorting it out. So maybe finally somebody can actually read my notes and I will get the right medication. What do you mean they actually paid you, Ben? You're lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. YouTube wouldn't let you do a funny face. Why are you pulling funny faces at Chris for? You're not being nice tonight, Kaz. Don't pull faces at Chris. One of the biggest fairs in the country. Woo, it's been years. I'm no good on fairs. I think I've told you that before, Ben. I get sick on the waltzers and I'm no good with heights, so I can't do the big wheel. Yeah, you should qualify for a chair or a scooter, Jane. You should look into it. And you could get out and about a bit more. Even if it's only local, yeah. Must take ages. I get fed up if I have to take anything apart. Like the rails, for putting the garments on. Yes, Liddy, you would think that, but apparently, no, he couldn't read it. This is what the argument was about because he didn't give me the right medication because he said he couldn't read my notes. Kaz is always in a cheeky mood when she's talking to Chris. So it was bad enough, my dancers from fair that do the fairs. All right. It used to be silk. Was it Silcots? What were they called? Or am I going back many generations? Yeah. I tell you what, Chris, he was showing me the door before I'd actually walked in, telling me I had a varicose vein. when it's already been MRI scanned that it's a cyst on a nerve, yeah. Silcox, yeah. Do they still do the fairs, or is it all gone now? I was watching Who Do You Think You Are, and can't remember who it was now who were descended from a gypsy family. And he was quite shocked to find out that. Can't remember who it was now. He was quite shocked that his grandma was a travelling person because it had never been spoken about in the family. Oh, he was quite rude, actually, Chris. He wasn't listening to me. He didn't listen to a word I said. He made his mind up it was a varicose vein in my leg. And I've never had varicose veins in my life. And I haven't got one now. Chris is a bad influence. Oh, how can he say that about our lovely Chris? How can you say he's a bad influence? Chris, you're a bad influence. Do you know that? If I know Chris, he doesn't care. I breathed in and swallowed at the same time. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Oh, dear. You got a chair that's not a scooter. Oh, you got a recliner. No, you want one that moves. You want to get out and about, Jane. You can't be stuck in the house all the time. Hi, Amelia. You need a mobility chair or scooter. You don't need a recliner. Well, you do need a recliner, but that's as well as, yeah. They can't expect you to stop in for the rest of your life, Jane. You're not that old. I want the doctors that are on the telly. We have a programme over here in the UK saying GPs behind closed doors. And they're all, oh, come in and stuff like that. You got a wheelchair and a recliner. Is it an electric one, a wheelchair that you can zip about on your own? Because that's what you want. You don't want one that be pushed. That's too much like artwork being pushed about, yeah. You want one that you can zip about on your own, yeah. I must admit, I prefer my scooter to a wheelchair because, Pauline, you could get a folding one that you could fold, well, Aaron could fold it up and put it in your hallway. I know you've got nowhere to put it outside, but you can get one that folds down, Pauline. It's not electronic. That's no good then, Jane. You want one that zips on its own. You don't want one that people have to push you. That means you're dependent on everybody else then, doesn't it? Now, I fancied a scooter rather than a wheelchair because I was frightened I'd tip a wheelchair over. I don't know quite how stable they are when you got big curbs and stuff. You know, I envisioned you going and pitching out. I think I'd need a seat belt and then I'd probably take the wheelchair with me. Yeah, I'm okay at the moment with my scooter, Chris. I don't actually sort of need a wheelchair at the minute. I can actually walk a little bit, which is why we're having this discussion with the pharmacist about painkillers. That I could walk a bit more if my back didn't go the minute I do about 5 steps, yeah. So that's the main problem that I have is pain. Right, I'm going to put the light on, so talk amongst yourselves a minute while I do that. Ooh, ow, ooh, ow, ooh, ow. Oh. And then there was light. Let there be light. And then I have to close the curtains because I don't like all my neighbours having a nose in. Not that they're interested in what I'm doing, but you never know, do you? Oh dear, dear, dear. Time to have my Crispies, I think. Put me flowers on. Oh, do I have to? Do you really need to put... Oh dear. You won't be able to see the flowers from my big head. That's the only trouble if I put my flowers on, because they're there. So I'd have to go like that so you could see them. I'll have to think about trying to move them, won't I? I know Chris likes me flowers on, but for today, you'll have to make do with my rock lamp. Oh, well, how can you see the flowers, Kaz, if I've got my big head in the way? Huh? I'll put them on, but you're not going to be able to see them. Oh. Well, I would put them on if I could find a plug. Oh, there it is. Yeah, make the most of it before my head gets in the way. Oh, dearie me. Now my big head's going to go in the way and you're not going to see them, Kaz. There's no way you can see them. There's nowhere I can sit so you can see them. The way... Yeah, I can't... I can't sit anywhere, Kaz. Wherever I sit, my head's in the way. Yeah, I forgot about the incense. Everything's not the same here. But yeah, you can see a bit of it past my head. The wire's not long enough for me to move it to the other side. So... I like my old house. Full stop. Apart from being near the sea, I really don't know why I moved. I was happy in my other house. Hi, Denise. Why have you got little ones over there? They are walkers. They normally buy the cheaper ones from Lidl or Aldi, and I don't like them. So when I go shopping, I find walkers and put them there. Fibre from my wool in my mouth. Oh. Oh, that's nice. You got a box of pears. I bought some pears actually yesterday. Oh, I'm glad you've recovered from the COVID. I was so tired after I had that 4th jab. I'm only just recovering now. I cannot get up in the morning. I really cannot. I'm so tired. It's only happened since I had that 4th jab. A lot of it is because I'm lying in bed. There's no pain. And it's great, yeah. Say something about it. They get offended because chips stink. Oh dear. I've had my 4th one, Kaz, and I wish I hadn't bothered. My son said he's not bothering with anymore unless he has to, because, you know, for going abroad or something. Hi, Mary. Book adventures sounds very thrilling. I like a good book. I seldom get time to read one these days. I listen to them sometimes on my little Kindle Fire. But they're only quite short stories. Oh, lipstick everywhere. You offended your son because he got cheap mashed potatoes. Oh, I don't like. We went out for a meal not long ago, and the mash was that instant rubbish. You know, a restaurant with instant mash rubbish? Come on. If a restaurant can't be bothered to do proper mashed potatoes, you know, it's coming to something, isn't it? Won't be going back there again. No, I never liked that. Mash get smashed. Never liked it. Always tastes weird to me. It's bad in a restaurant, isn't it, Nathan? It definitely was smash. You know, if you know what smash is doing. It was definitely instant mashed potatoes. It was not fresh. I put it on one side of my plate. When the waiter come, I said I didn't pay to get smashed. Yeah. It is vile, that instant mash stuff, isn't it? restaurant can't make its own mash. That's a bit bad, isn't it? Right, I'm going to open my drink today. I don't know what I've done with my glass. And I've got hiccups. Right, people, where did I put my glass? Where did I put my glass? Oh. Ah, there it is. It merged into the background. Yeah, so if you were camping, you know, and you'd gone on your holiday and you're in a tent, I can understand, you know, instant mash. You're taking Christine to potty. Make sure she doesn't find the cat. Right, here we go. My little can opener, bottle opener. Got me dandelion and burdock. I know you're all jealous because you all like dandelion and burdock, don't you? I like that. Hoopers, dandelion and burdock. I bought some frozen mash once, God knows why. And that came in little cubey things, like little blobs, like you sell at polystyrene. You had to warm it in the microwave. That didn't taste like mash either. Hmm? I must have had that bottle opener. I bought it for my mum. It was from St Ives, I think. And it was long before I was ever married, so you can tell how long ago. In fact, it's worn the varnish off there. Yeah, I love it. It's one of the only things my son and daughter-in-law kept out of my kitchen. Right. Have I had any messages? It doesn't tweet it at me, but we'll see. Oh, Miguel's added a photo. What's he added a photo? Oh, it's a little hot in Texas. I think we've all seen that one. Hectonuga slanted cord. No, don't want to know that. Z Formation, Star Lily Creation, and Elise Bush recently added to their stories on Instagram. Oh, I shall look at that later. Look what I got. Maltesers. Oh, hey, Shad. I'm opening my Maltesers, Shad. Opening my Maltesers. You're not gone fishing tonight, Shad? Is it too hot for you to go camping? Or is it not as hot as everywhere else in your neck of the woods? Take the cellophane off. Yeah, have you been out camping and fishing, Shad? Or is it too warm? Too warm under canvas. Make my day. Who says that? Was it Clint Eastwood? Maybe. That said that. Make my day. Why did they put a little hole? Did they expect you to get the Maltesers out one by one through the hole? I don't think so. Clint Eastwood, yeah. Thought it was. I get mixed up between him and Sylvester Stallone. I get mixed up who's still alive and who's died. I mean, they're all getting on a bit, aren't they? Says she who's the spring chicken, of course, yes. Oh, it's not going to release a treat for me because I'm opening the whole thing up. I'm just greedy, I want the whole box. I can't be bothered fishing one out at a time. There we go. Come. Why did you always take Maltesers to your friend's party? Used to be a big treat for me when I was a kid getting chocolate. It was just after the war and everything was on ration. So chocolate was a very big treat when I was a kid. Maybe that's why I like it so much now, because I didn't have it when I was a kid. I used to get a minimal amount of chocolate and then I had to share it with my brother. What, Shad's going to fish them out, is he? One at a time? No, I don't think so. My birthday parties for kids are nothing like what they used to be when we was kids. Yeah. Hi, Lulu. When I was a kid, you just got little sandwiches, didn't you? And a few lucky sausage rolls, little teeny weeny cakes and perhaps jelly or something. But now the parties today are ridiculous. Entertainers and going everywhere and stuff, spending a fortune on a cake. I mean, your mum used to make your cake, didn't she, and stick a few candles in it. Everything's got overblown these days. Over the top. And you see people, I mean, those celebrities that spend blooming millions on birthday parties for a 1-year-old child. I mean, for goodness sake, a 1-year-old child plays with the wrapping paper, doesn't it? And those smash cakes, I think that is absolutely disgusting waste of food. Encouraging a child to smash its face. Oh, God, no. Kids are starving all over the world. You don't get a cake and smash a kid's face in it. Kids today have far too much choice, What do you want for your tea tonight, love? Just make it something and give it. Don't let it blooming choose when it's 2. I can understand if they have food allergies and stuff like that, but not. You don't ask a 2-year-old, what do you want for your tea tonight? I'm bound to say a beef burger or something awful out there, or a fish finger. Oh, yeah, give them a cupcake, for goodness sake. They don't need a massive, big, fancy cake to smash the face in. These stars who pay millions of pounds for their kid's first birthday, ridiculous. Give £1 million to charity to somebody who's starving. Feed your overfed, spoilt kid. Not a lot. You miss Shad coming back. That's about all. Oh, that. If you're in the UK, there's a programme started called Love Island. Oh, God. A load of wannabes. They're all nobodies. And they're all going to go around and sleep with each other just in case they might win something. Oh, my God. It's encouraging people. Yeah, same with us. Food was short after the war. You were grateful with what you got put on your plate and you ate it. There was none of this. And I don't know anybody with an allergy. I cannot remember anybody with an allergy when I was at school. Oh, it's disgusting, Chris. Honestly, it is. I can't stand them, no. They're disgusting. I mean, they're encouraging the young people, aren't they? It's okay to sleep about and pick people because they're good looking. No, it's not. 80% of the world is not good looking, let's be honest about it. They might be good looking to their partners, but they're not good looking in the conventional, oh boy, aren't they pretty? But it gives kids a false, they're trying to live up to something that isn't real, aren't they? Because people on these game shows like that are all enhanced. They've all had their boobs done, they've all had their lips done, their noses fixed. They don't look like that in real life. And it gives kids such insecurities. Thank God I grew up in a world where you didn't have to look a certain type. You didn't have to be a stereotype. It was quite okay to be yourself, yeah. Oh, the Kardashians. I mean, God, what did they really look like underneath all that face modification? Yeah, but it's not. What is it telling our kids? Oh, hey, John. What sort of message is it sending to our kids? That in order to be anybody, you've got to have your nose fixed, your lips fixed, and fake boobs, yeah. Oh God, you stepped on a snake, Shad. Yeah. Oh my God, no. I'd have had a heart attack if I'd have stepped on a snake. Thank God we don't have many in the UK. We have adders in certain places, I believe, but oh, I would dread to step on I'd dread to see a snake in the grass or anything. Yeah, but why does everybody have to be beautiful, Nathan? This is what gets me. You're nobody unless you're beautiful. That's the impression that is being, to kids these days, yeah. Oh, you've dated a few, what, snakes? Oh, I don't like snakes. No, but in my day, you weren't expected to be pretty or something like that. No, you see, when I was a kid growing up, Lolo, there was no such thing as like, well, there may have been anorexia, but it wasn't in general. it was because of a mental disorder. It wasn't because they were trying to look like somebody on the telly, you know. Yeah, it's just, I wear makeup, yeah, I do, but I don't plaster myself with it. I don't have shaders altering the shape of my face or something like that. I just can't understand why people, kids are being made fun of just because their nose isn't the conventional shape, or they might have ears that stick out a bit, yeah? Yeah, kids are so cruel. I don't remember anything like that when I was at school. Maybe it never happened to me, maybe I was oblivious of it, and I certainly didn't bully anybody at school. And I don't know anybody who was. Well, not in my lot anyway. There was none of this nastiness and waiting outside school for somebody and picking on them, saying, "Oh, you're fat, you're this, you're that." God, I suppose we had fat kids in our class. I never bloody noticed it, to be honest with you. My best friend was really, really skinny, but there was nothing wrong with her. She ate like everybody else. She just was slim by nature. She was just a very slim girl. But I don't remember anybody saying anything to her about being thin. And also, we had another girl in our class who was quite fat. But nobody, I can't remember anybody saying anything to her. And I'm sure she didn't get bullied. Different generation, I suppose. Many of our teachers wouldn't have stood for it anyway. Oh dear, Jane. You see, that kind of wouldn't have happened when I was at school because we never really knew much about each other's parents. All I can remember is people giggling when I said my mum was called Lucy because it was a very, very old fashioned name. But that's the only time I ever remember anybody saying anything. They were all going, "Oh, Lucy." But I suppose it was funny because somebody else's mother was called Mabel, so they thought that was funny as well. But I honestly can't remember anything like that. Yeah, it's fashionable now, Lucy, but it wasn't back then. It was like really, really old fashioned then. And people used to say, "What's your mum called?" And I go, Lucy. Oh, yeah, kids. Young kids will always point out something odd. Like there was a little mixed race boy in my son's class. And he said to me, one time, "Why is Jimmy brown?" So I explained to him like his daddy was a black person and his mummy was a white person. And that was why Jimmy was brown. And he just went, "Oh, okay." And that was the end of the conversation. And he still carried on playing with Jimmy. I think it's how you say things, isn't it? And what things you put onto your children. I think if you have an issue, you pass it on to your kids. I personally don't. I just explained it how it is. That's why he was mixed. Yeah. But that was just a kid. He wasn't being nasty. He was just asking a simple question that he didn't know why. Yeah. Oh, we've all had the kid on the bus saying, "Why is that man fat?" Haven't we? We've all had the embarrassment of that. But that's just little kids, isn't it? They're just curious. They want to know why. Why is that man bald? You know, why is that lady fat? Why is that man fat? It's just curiosity. All they want to know is why. And I don't think you should stifle the curiosity. You just give them a reasonable explanation. I mean, you see little kiddies, don't you, in the nursery classes at school, what, 3, 4, 5? They don't see what colour their friend is. They don't make an issue out of it. They don't think anything about it. So it's obviously the next bit is from their parents, isn't it? They don't grow. Kids aren't born a racist. Kids aren't born cruel. Yeah, that's very true what they say, kids say, yeah. I remember my son saying that one time. Why is that lady's tummy big? Because she's got a baby in there. Does she have a baby in her bum? Because her bum's big too. Ooh, yes. It's just kids, isn't it? That they're not being cruel. They're just pointing out a fact. They don't understand where a baby is. They don't understand if it's in the front or it's in the back or wherever it is. Mm-hmm. The worst one is like, why does that man smell really loudly on the bus? Perhaps he hasn't had time to have a wash this morning. Oh, thank you, Shad. It's got imitation. Well, I think the pearls are just white things, aren't they? On a rope, silky rope. How do you explain that one away when somebody says, "Why does that man smell?" In a very loud voice on the bus. But the worst of all was having to explain to a guy at the job centre why he wasn't getting a job because he had really bad BO. That was a little difficult trying to explain because you felt like you were, I don't know, it just felt as though you shouldn't have to do it, yeah. But we had to get one of the advisors to tell him in the end that, he needed to wash under his arms and put clean underwear and clean shirts on, because he really did. He absolutely, we had to get the air freshener out when he'd gone out, He was that bad. The thing was, he'd worked up until his 50s, up to being made redundant. And I wonder how his workmates had put up with that for all. I'm sure it wasn't just a casual thing. I'm sure he must have been like that all his life. Just not very careful about personal hygiene. But it was a very difficult conversation to have with anybody. The reason you're not having the reason why you're not getting a job is because you stink. You can't really have that conversation, can you? You know what I mean? I mean, healthy sweat, when somebody's been at work all day and they come in and they've got fresh, healthy sweat, there's nothing wrong with that. It's when they aren't careful about their personal hygiene and they maybe put the same shirt on again the day after. No, I don't think they can. Honestly, Nathan, I think they go nose blind. I think they can't smell themselves. You know. I mean, I don't sweat anymore now since I've got to a certain age, but when I was younger, I was always saying to people, can you smell? Can you sweat? Can you smell me? When I was at work. Please tell me, if you can smell sweat. Because I would rather somebody say, yeah, we had one woman who used to come in the job centre. She smelled so terrible. I used to get the air freshener and used to say, stand still, there's a fly. Oh my God. She stunk the place out. And everybody that came in afterwards would go, oh my God, what's that awful smell? She never got the hint. One of the girls used to go up behind her, squirting across her backside, behind the chair. Because it was really bad. Really, really offensive. I mean, what do you say? Excuse me, lady, but you stink. Ah, dear. What a topic of conversation. I smell of, what's it, 1871 or something, I think it is. Some perfume I smell of, if you want to know what I smell of today. Right, I've got to have 27 rows. Let's see how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21. I've got 6 more rows to do. Hey! You smell a 4711? My mum used to love that. I've got a cologne sticker 4711 actually. One of those, what they like frozen stuff, what they like solid, aren't they? I used to love putting it on my forehead and stuff. My mum's favourite perfume was Youth Dew by Estee Lauder. And oh hi, Enid. It smelled like cat wee on me. It smelled nice on my mum. But I turn a perfume. I have to be very careful. Apparently it's the acids in your skin that turn perfume, yeah. My thing was Poison, a perfume called Poison that people used to wear. I literally got a migraine if I went anywhere near them. I could not stand Poison. And I finished up being violently ill on a plane going on holiday once because the lady next to me had took a bath. In the end, the stewardess said to me, have you been travel sick? I went, no. I said, it's the lady next to me. So she actually let me sit on, the seats that the crew use right at the back of the plane to get away from the smell because it was really knocking me sick. Yeah. I didn't mind, you don't mind if somebody just a little spray, but she just have had a bath in the stuff. Like some guys used to like that, didn't they, with aftershave? You used to go to a dance when you were younger and, oh, I do. And it was always something like Lynx, wasn't it? Or Brute. I prefer aftershave to perfume. It stays better on my skin than perfumes do. The perfumes I like are actually perfume oils, which you can't get very often now because the oils stay on my skin and they don't fade, yeah. Or Old Spice, do you remember that one? Old Spice. But I always remember reading somewhere a French woman said, perfume should be a slight waft that you leave behind as you pass by, not an overwhelming woof as you come towards people. I was told once to spray the perfume and walk into it rather than spray it all over your skin. Yeah. Nothing better than soap and water. Unless they're using that, is it coal tar soap or? Yeah, barely smell it. They said they should leave a suggestion that they're wearing perfume. They shouldn't be hitting you with it as they're walking towards you. Yeah, walk into the scent, that's the best thing to do. Just a gentle. That's why I like aftershave, because aftershaves are never as strong as perfumes. So when you dab a bit of aftershave on, a Camaro. My son used to have a Camaro. Big black Camaro. He used to use about 2 gallons before it got out the drive. Oh God, yeah, the ones you can smell in the. I used to hate that because when I was working in the grocery store, I had a part-time job as well as my job. I used to think they were tainting the food, because the perfume was that strong. And they're bending over fresh food. And you're like, oh, excuse me, missus, but you're stinking, you're stinking the fresh food out. Oh no, this was the black one, a black Camaro. Very expensive actually when you think, because in the UK there weren't that many of them. And it was that big, it used to take the whole drive up. Probably not big in US. Knitting public day. Oh, well, my one would have got blown away. I spent most of the day in the shed. I didn't get up till late, so by the time I'd had my shower and everything, got myself sorted. I know my friend had a job in a cigarette factory when we were young. This is way back before when it was still cool to smoke. I'm talking when I was like 17. She got a part-time job in a cigarette factory. And they weren't allowed to wear anything perfumed. Not even like deodorant that was perfumed, because it would taint the tobacco. God, that's going back in the day. And it was a good job to have well, it's a part-time student job, if you know what I mean. My other friend worked in the factory that made Mars bars, and she used to come home with loads of Mars bars. My brother used to work in the gardens. He used to work in the parks department in his when he was at university. Um, he used to do the gardens, and then at the winter he used to go on the post. They used to take on part-time postman to deal with the Christmas post back in the day when everybody sent a Christmas card, yeah. And the cop cars are all over Massillon. Oh, what's happened now? Not more shooting again, please. Yeah. All right, Ella. Good night. Good night. God bless. Have a nice sleep. Over here, it's all stabbings. What the heck is wrong with people today? Smokers don't seem to realise how bad they actually smell. They smell like old ashtrays, don't they? Old ashtrays that have not been washed out. Right, let me see. I've got to do 27 rows of it, yeah. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I've got 3. Oh, I dread to think if they had guns. Thank the Lord we don't have gun laws over here. That's all I can say. Stabbings are bad enough. I'd hate to see the lunatics getting loose with a gun. I just don't understand all this gun and knife culture. It's only cool if you walk about with a weapon. God, in my day, you had a fight, didn't you? You disagreed with somebody, you had a punch-up, didn't you? One-on-one. There wasn't any gang violence. There wasn't any 7 people jumping onto one person. You know, thank God there was hardly any knives around when I was a young. I don't know where all this has come from. Everybody walking around with a knife. It's ridiculous. Everybody walking around trigger happy with a gun. No, the world is coming to a funny end. Bits of kids walking around with guns. What the hell's going on? Kids with twitchy hormones are bad enough as it is without carrying a weapon. Oh, August edition. It's only June. How come you get in August? I found piles of magazines that I didn't even know I'd bought. I thought I'd only got 2 or 3 magazines, but apparently I've got quite a few. Hi, Isaac. I have moments like that, Lydia, when I look at a pattern and think, well, what? And I read it and I'm still going, what? When I've read it. Are you back, Lulu? And I'm thinking, am I going thick or what? Is it old age or am I really going a bit doolally? At one time I would read a pattern and go, yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Now I'm like, what? I thought it was just me. Old age and doolaliness, yeah. I used to have that as one of my passwords. I don't now, so don't try it. I used to have doolally as one of my passwords till they started telling me I had to put capital letters in it and numbers in it and stuff, so I had to change all of it. That literally was one of my first passwords was doolally because that's what I felt like I was. Oh, I make it up as I go along, Lydia. If I don't think the pattern's right, I look at it and think, nah, I'm not doing that. I'll do my own thing. I'm a great one for improvisation, is what I call it. In other words, you don't understand the pattern, you do it your own way. Yeah. Oh, getting a picture of Enid. I can't look at it, Enid, till later. Right, I think I'm up to the last row. If I count these rows anymore, I'll go mad, won't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, one more row. One more row. I think that's why I tend to use the older patterns, because they just tell you the basics. They don't tell you like how to or explain in great detail. To me, the new patterns have got too much bump. Although, having said that, this pattern, well, this pattern didn't print out properly. For some reason or another, I printed it twice and it didn't print out. I had to write it all in by hand, because I printed it twice and it didn't print out. Why, I do not know. And I'm sure it's not my printer, because other patterns just printed out fine. So why this pattern didn't print out, I don't know why. Oh, I'm a great one for improvisation. When people say, which pattern did you use? Well, it started off as this pattern, but it didn't sort of quite finish up as that pattern. It finished up as another pattern, because I thought, no, I'm not doing that. That's why, unless I've more or less followed a pattern, I don't put what it is, yeah. I think crochet, you just experiment, you just do as you want. I sometimes look at the way they increase and the way that they decrease and think, nah, I'll do it my own way. Oh, I can't remember what I did next. I get things out of my wardrobe and people say, which pattern did you use, Janet? And I'm like, eh? No idea. Please don't ask me about something I did more than 6 months ago, because gone. Yeah, I've not heard about Trevor, not heard from Trevor. I know he wasn't well, but that was a few weeks ago. He was suffering with long COVID, wasn't he? Oh, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? No, I don't watch quiz games, John. And I certainly don't want to watch Love Island and all that jazz. You know what I would do, Enid? Rip it back and start again with something else. Oh, you're lurking, are you, Lulu? Right, lurk away. We won't tell anybody you're lurking. Right, I've done one side of the front. I know I said I was going to change the front, but I didn't, because this wool's a lot more jazzy, so it doesn't look quite so plain on the front, does it? Hey. Yeah, I don't know how he is, Jane. I've not heard from him. I do have his phone number, but he never answers it, so. So, you know, he won't answer it if I phone him. And I've sent him messages he's never got, so I don't know. I don't think he looks at his phone very often. And he's not on Facebook, so you can't send him a Facebook message to see how he is. Yeah. I've done another front and I've done that bit. I've done the cat's bum bit, as Chris calls it. I need to get up and finish the books off tomorrow, really, and finish up sorting out all the garbage and stuff in here and putting it into the units. Trying to make this room look a little bit tidier. I'm just not a tidy person. I seem to survive in chaos. I like chaos. Well, crafting chaos. I don't mean chaos where you throw clothes all over the floor. I don't mean that kind of chaos. I like wool everywhere and bits everywhere. And I find it most inspirational if I'm surrounded by stuff. That's why I want to clear the shed. That's why I want to make that as a crafting space. Because looking at colours and looking at patterns and looking at things makes me very inspirational. Which again is one reason why I'm stopping going to that knit club. Coming home feeling depressed is not kind of the way I want to feel. I want to come home going, wow. It's like when you watch a YouTube video and somebody's made something that you're really into, and you come off the video, don't you, thinking, wow, so inspired. They're so good at what they're doing. You know, I don't want to come off a YouTube video thinking, with the blooming blanket, you know. I'm afraid I don't get inspired with blankets. Sorry, people, if you do, but I don't. A shawl that's wonderfully lacy and fancy and that, yeah. Get enthralled about that. Garments, I get really enthralled about. Toys, not so much so, because I can't make them. I like looking at them and I admire people who can make them, but I don't like looking at them particularly. I just know what I like. A bralette, there's quite a lot of YouTube videos showing you how to, Enid. If I was younger, I'd wear one. It's only because I'm older, I think it's a bit, you know, and you've got crepey bits where there shouldn't be crepey bits, you know. If I was going on holiday, I would wear a bra top, yes, because I don't know anybody, especially if I was going abroad. I'd be like, blow it, I'll wear one anyway. I'd probably wear it with trousers or a long pair of shorts. I only wear shorts that come down to the knee. Only it's an age thing, isn't it? You know, I don't like to see, you know, mutton dressed as lamb, as they say. I don't like elderly people trying to wear clothing that's designed for the 20s, you know, the teens and the 20s. Because instead of looking down and with it with the people, I think they just look plain ridiculous, really. You know, who wants to see a crepey belly and a crepey bosom when they're in their 70s? You know, put it away, girl. There's something more flattering. A bralette is like a little shorty crop top. A bit like wearing your bra, but fancier on the outside, yeah. That's what a bralette is. A bit like a bikini top, but in crochet. But not a teeny weeny bikini. A more substantial bikini. You need a lot of yarn. I need a lot of yarn for mine because mine would have to have a polo neck. Yeah. I don't think they do bralette tops with a polo neck, do they? Now, what I would wear on the beach or on holiday is quite different than what I would wear walking about here. A, it's not warm enough. And B, I'm too old. If I was in my 20s or even my 30s, it would be different. When you get to your 70s, there's certain things you should cover up, if you know what I mean. You know, wearing thongs and shorts up your backside is just not something that you should wear when you get to a certain age. Have a little decorum. You know, it makes me laugh when I see these 50, 60-year-old women trying to wear fashions for the 20s. And I'm like, oh, God, give it a rest, love. You know, the Botox lips when they're in the 50s. God, no. You look ridiculous, woman. You can tell they've been Botoxed and they've got big like eyelashes. Oh. Unless they're in showbiz, you know, for goodness sake, grow all gracefully. Well, I see them all the time here. Women well past their prime. Yeah, but it doesn't make the rest of us happy, does it, looking at them? You know, do you want to see a 70-year-old crepey skin showing her belly and her boobs? I mean, I don't think everybody should dress dowdy, but there's a difference, isn't there, between dressing age appropriate. Oh, I know. Well, it's coming towards you and you're thinking, lady, what are you thinking of? I mean, I don't know whether all Cher looks a bee mess these days. She's shifted, lifted, made up. She's ridiculous. She's starting to look a bit silly now, isn't she? Come on, Cher. You can get away with it so long, but I think she's well past her sell-by date now. Oh, thank God Mankini's never really made it over here. It's bad enough with budgie smugglers. Oh, dear. By and large, most people on the beach here wear shorts or, you know, swimming trunks that are like small shorts, yeah. Older ladies in a one-piece swimsuit can look so classy. So lovely and classy. You know, why do they have to wear a teeny weeny bikini with a great big fat belly hanging over it? Oh, lady, put it away. Yeah, budgie smugglers. Oh my God. You have got to have a good figure as a male to wear a budgie smuggler. Yeah, they should bring back everybody. Even the bikini when it first came out was like a full bikini. It came up to the waist near enough. If you see the ones that Brigitte Bardot wore, she didn't have itsy bitsy teeny little bikini things that are showing practically all her pubic area. And yet look how sexy she used to look. Brigitte Bardot and Marilyn Monroe. How sexy did they look in their one pieces and their bigger bikinis? I mean, Brigitte Bardot, she was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, people calling her these days, but because she hasn't had anything done. Because she's natural, wrinkles and all, you know, good on her. The fact that she's got enough confidence to just be as she is. People are going, oh, look how wrinkly Brigitte Bardot is. Good. She looks natural. She looks lovely to me. And yet they keep putting pictures. She probably looks better than Cher. Cher's mum. Cher looks too plasticized. She looks too fixed. You can tell it's not natural. I mean, at least with Dolly Parton, she has the sense to say it takes a lot of money to look this cheap, doesn't she? You know what I mean? She knows. She knows she's had everything shifted and lifted. She admits to it, but most of the others don't, do they? Yeah, grow old gracefully. I can understand if they have a wee bit of Botox or something, you know, a wee bit of something done, but not all this plasticized lifting, shifting, and you know, they look fake to me. It's like all the Kardashians, they all look fake, don't they? They don't look naturally beautiful, they look fake. Yeah, Dolly Parton, she admits it, doesn't she? She admits she's had plastic surgery. She admits what she's had done. Good on her. But all the others, oh no, I've not had a facelift. And you can see everything's stretched, shifted, lifted, moved. Yet they're still saying they haven't had anything done. Who do they think they're fooling? Who are you fooling, girls? No one. I mean, it was the same with Joan Rivers. She used to admit she'd had things done. She'd say, oh yeah, I've had this done, that done, the other done. And we all know it, so why don't you admit it? 2, 3, 4, 5. Why the guys do things to themselves, I don't know. Look at Mickey Rourke. I can understand him having his nose done because he had it broken when he was boxing, but the rest of it, he doesn't look like himself anymore. Cher. I thought Cher was really she used to stand out, you know, when it was Sonny and Cher. She had a really distinctive look, didn't she? With that long dark hair. I don't know why she had to muck about with herself. A land of confusion, I like that one, Chris. They're still old women when all's said and done. They have old brains. They can't have everything moved, shifted, lifted, every wrinkle taken away. You know, there has to be bits of them that show their age. Usually it's their neck or their hands, isn't it? But now they've got this thing where you can have something done to stop your hands looking aging. What next? Same here with me. Yeah, I thought she was very striking when she was unlifted and unshifted. Cher with that long dark hair. And her nose had character, didn't it? You know what I mean? I was watching Mamma Mia 2 the other day, and Cher was in that. Supposed to be this girl's grandma. And I had to look twice before I realised it was Cher. I'm like, who's that? Mm. It wasn't a good look. Oh, did you see Diana Ross on telly the other day? God, she's definitely an old lady. She changed her nose, she changed her teeth, she had ribs removed to make a smaller waist. She's had a butt lift, she's had all sorts of stuff. I've had perms, but not to make it curly, to just give it some hair. I've got the finest hair in the Northern Union. So you can practically see me scalping parts. I've got such thin hair. I've always wanted lovely thick hair. Oh, God. She looked old, though, didn't she, Nathan? Come on. She had to be helped up the steps, didn't she? I would give anything for thick hair. Never had thick hair. She's always been thin and weedy. Yeah, that's what I mean. When you think of all the money some of these stars have earned, they should retire and live the rest of their life in luxury, really, isn't it? You know, just give it up. Just rest on your laurels, you know, let people remember you as you used to be. I mean, Bridget Bardot's done that, hasn't she? She's just faded away from the limelight. She just looks after dogs, I believe, now, or cats. She has this, like, animal sanctuary where she rescues things, yeah. You know, she's retired from public life years ago. The same with Cher. Come on, Cher. Just give it up, love, and just live the rest of your life out with your young boyfriend. What an upkeep that must be, waking up every day with a 35-year-old. Or is that Madonna that's got that? Yeah, Madonna's old as well. She should give up, I know. They should retire gracefully. Yeah, poor Doris Day, yeah. Her husband not gambled away. He invested all her money wrong, didn't he? Left her penniless. Yeah, I think if I had their kind of money, I would just live it up, buy a yacht, go around the world or something like that. Just retire. I'm sure the rest of us wouldn't do it. You wouldn't carry on working, would you? If you were 76 and 78, no? You'd retire to your chateau, wouldn't you? Well, I would anyway. Well, I think Madonna's a bit older than 64. I mean, it's like me. I wouldn't like to, even if I had the voice or whatever, I wouldn't want to get up every day and have to go and perform somewhere or other. Well, she looks older than 64 to my mind. No, I tell you, at my time of life, I just want to retire, sit on my laurels and let people remember me when I could sing and when I looked nice, you know what I mean? I'd be a recluse up in the hills. I'd be like, what was she called? Greta Garbo. I want to be alone. That would be me. So they must be skint. Oh, give over. They just expect too much of a good lifestyle. They should have been frugal and save for their old age like everybody else had to do. You know, make sure they had a good pension and stuff like that. I didn't have a good pension because I never had a good enough job to put enough money into it. But if you were a big star earning thousands a week, I'm sure you would have got yourself a really good pension. Well, hello, Joe. Sorry I missed your birthday. Happy birthday. I didn't realise I didn't go on that day at all. And then I realised afterwards I'd missed your birthday. So sorry about that, Jill. I'm sure nobody else missed your birthday except me. Oh, 850 million. Oh, I'd settle for 850,000, me. Sure the rest of us would. We're talking, Jill, about why these stars, when they're in 70s and 80s, don't retire and why they just keep on going when they've got loads of money. It must be ego, I think. The ego that they can't bear to think that somebody else might take their place. You've been to Hobby Lobby now. That's my idea of a good birthday. Going to Hobby Lobby. We don't have one. So I would love to go to Hobby Lobby. That would be my idea of a good birthday. Yeah, well, apparently, according to Miguel, they had a sale on, didn't they? Yeah, she's loaded, isn't she, Jane? The rest of us poor sinners. No, they mustn't be able to give up the attention. They must want. It must be the ego that makes them carry on going. They can't bear to be not the centre of attraction anymore. Well, seeing as I've never been the centre of attraction, I wouldn't miss it. I've never been famous for anything in my life, so I wouldn't miss the attention. Clearance sale. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I wasn't there. I'd have had a bigger shed full than usual. Is your she shed loaded now, Jill? Is it loaded up with goodies? Did you buy an awful lot? Doesn't matter how much wool we have, or yarn as you call it in America, we still like more, don't we? Come on. I'm the same with boho dresses. If I saw a boho dress and I liked it, I'd have to have it. You gave an average of $2 for what were they, big balls though? They're not. You don't have little 50-gram balls, do you, over there, like we do over here? Oh, somebody sent me a message. I wonder who. I wonder who. Oh, it's Big Guy Little World. Sanctuary's got a video out. Oh, you've got to let him go into the hardware shop if you spent a load of money on wool. You've got to indulge his passion for nuts, bolts, and screws. My ex-husband was never much of a DIY guy. He did a little bit, but he never was that good. But take him to a DIY store, and I could never get him out. I'm sure he inspected every nut, bolt, screw that was going. And he wasn't that handy, if you know what I mean. 57 cents. My son doesn't even understand why I would need any yarn. He doesn't understand that I need to crochet for my mental health. I go potty if I don't have anything. I cannot sit still. I could not sit and do nothing. I just can't. I can't sit in a chair and watch telly. That's why I don't go to the cinema, because I can't sit still long enough. I fidget all the time. I'm in a cinema. I'm just up, down, fidget, fidget. I go to the loo about 24 times because I can't sit still. My mother. You know, the devil makes work for idle hands, she used to say. And I cannot get that out of my head. That I have to sit and do something. Yeah, I've got to be doing something. I can read sometimes. I can read a book sometimes if I'm in that kind of mood. But apart from reading a book, I can't just sit. You're holding out for a flying carpet. I hope you get one soon, Chris. All right, see you later, Jill. Enjoy the rest of your birthday week. You have to do a photo of all your wool. Put it on your Facebook page. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Well, the price of electricity. Honestly, I don't see how the electric cars can be much cheaper than the petrol ones. I don't know about in America, but the price of electric over here is shocking. We'll all be on push bikes soon, won't we? A friend of mine's joined a biking club on a Monday. They've got disabled bikers there. But I don't think I could actually pedal anything. I don't think I can. Don't think my knees and my legs would let me pedal anything. Could take my son's bike, he's got an electric one. I can't balance anyway anymore on two wheels. I need stabilizers or a tricycle. Twenty, 21, 22, 23. Need a bit more. Oh, I do try, Lulu. For me, we had this discussion before, it doesn't work with everybody. For me, I have to put something pretty on, put something nice on in order to make myself feel good. Other people are quite happy in the sweatpants and the t-shirts and good on them. But for me, I have to feel more dressed up than that. It's just the way I am. I don't like being slouchy. But loads of people are so happy in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. Good on them. That's what makes you feel good. That's fine. But for me, it has to be a dress or something. And it has to be a necklace of some description. Something pretty. It alters my mood, it really does. If I'm dressed up, it makes me feel good. But as I say, it's not for everybody. So I'm not advocating that you all go and wear a frock. Yeah. Especially you, Chris. You're serving for kilt. I know my son got a proper kilt for his wedding. So expensive. It's something to do with the weight of the fabric and the way that the pleats hang. It's so that they don't blow up, so that they stay weighted down. So even if you were running, I know you can't run, Chris, but even if you were running, they would stay weighted and cover up your modesty. It's a pity my son's still not got his kilt because he can't wear it anymore now he's put on so much weight. But his was a proper kilt. I always dress a little bit weird and wacky. Not sure the world's ready for me, but I love bohemian, you know, the big skirts, the sort of what she calls Stevie Nicks type of clothing. I would love to wear like the white dresses that she used to wear that were all lacy and frilly and everything. But it's a bit much, isn't it, to go up and down the seafront on your scooter. Oh, I've always got to get dress codes before I go out. I can't go out wearing just any old thing. I mean, I do go out without makeup now, which I never used to do. I would never go out without a full makeup on. But that's changed as I've got older. Well, it actually changed when I started getting the cataracts and I couldn't see what I was doing. And then after I had my cataracts done, then I couldn't put eye makeup on for a while because my eyes used to run. But I've decided a lot of it is I'm allergic to the little dog. Whenever she's around me, my eyes just run like taps. Although they do run when I get out on the seafront. I don't like the sea air. It's strange, isn't it? You move near the sea and you don't like the sea air. Oh no, I'm the opposite to Enid. I love human interaction. I love to speak to people, talk to people. What am I making? I'm making one of those. But I haven't got the right colour, so. No, I used to always wear makeup. Mind you, I was always facing the public, wasn't I? £7 for the pattern, Enid. £7 for the pattern. And it's not even that well written. I don't mind paying for a pattern if they write it out properly. I looked at one pattern the other day and it was £10. £10 for a paper pattern. I thought you can go and run away with £10 for a pattern. Oh, no way. It was a nice pattern, but... All right, Lydia, bye, everybody. What do I have? I've got Maltesers, Jane. Was it written in blood? I think it must have been. £10? You must be joking. I mean, I'm sure they would sell more patterns if they weren't £10. Night night, Isaac. My wrist's starting to hurt. Repetitive strain injury, RSI. Oh, Crochet Rocks, why she got a live on. You can watch it later if it's alive, yeah. You saw something on her Facebook? Nothing bad, I hope. I think when he meant hot, he meant smoking. As long as it's nothing bad, not on a post. We don't like bad things on posts. Oh, excuse me. No, I don't think she's a paramedic, no. Oh, talking about paramedics, we haven't had Rob on tonight, have we? Just go with it. No, did she? I didn't know that. I didn't know she used to be a paramedic. Oh, her bloke's a paramedic, is it? I see. I know Rob's a paramedic, but he's not been on for a couple of weeks, has he? It's not like you can send him a message, really. He's not on Facebook or anything. And we don't know his real name. I watch his videos sometimes, but they're only a few minutes long. They're usually just about traffic here. Obviously, you can't show anything medical, can you? Yeah, he's not in my area, Chris, so I don't think I would get him. I wish somebody thought I was hot, apart from the creeps on Facebook. I mean, genuine people. I just get the creeps. You know, the ones that you know are fake, yeah. And they come on and say, oh, you're so beautiful. You think, oh, no, stop it. You're a fake. Go away. Like the one who put a comment on. I had a picture with me with that patch over my eye when he had me cataract done. And he goes, oh, you have a beautiful smile. And I'm like, what? You're crazy. I wasn't even smiling. No, I've never been beautiful. I used to be passable when I was younger. I used to settle for passable. I was quite good with passable. Passable's good, isn't it? Passable. Right, I've got to link this together now. No, I've never been called cute. Somebody once said I had beautiful eyes. And then they went on to say I look like, you know, the snake in Jungle Book. Look into my eyes. And I thought, thank you. That was a bit of a backhanded compliment. Telling me I look like the snake in Jungle Book. I think attractive is better than good looking, to be quite honest. Attractive to me means you've got some kind of personality. Doesn't mean to me, it's not just you look nice. To me, attractive means you've got some kind of something about you, like personality wise, if you're with me. I think I'd rather be called attractive than good looking. I don't think that's right. I don't think I'm linking that together right somehow. Somehow, that is not looking right. Right, let me organise myself. No, that's not right. That's not right. I hate to describe myself as anything with religion because they expect you to be a, one that goes to church and bangs a drum and everything like that. If you say you're a Christian, I I just prefer to be low key about everything, really. I used to think once maybe I was sexy once. Yeah. Hi, Tommy. But I have a good memory. Right, I have to go across all of it now. But for some reason or other, I think I'm on the wrong bit here. I think I have to go across there first. No, I've never been the one that men fall all over and buy things for. I've had the odd drink bought for me. Probably because they were trying to get in me knickers, not because I was hot. When I was younger, my friend used to pull the blokes. And I always used to get his friend. When you get the friend, the spotty one, or the one who wears glasses. You never get the handsome one. There's always a handsome guy and he's always got a friend. Well, my friend would pull the handsome guy and I would get a friend, yeah. Oh, well, I'm going to have to go into another bowl just to finish this thing off. Never mind, it's a good job I've got two, isn't it? I've been out with a couple of millionaires, but I didn't make them any nicer. Didn't make them nice people. People said, "Oh, you used to go out with so and so. He's a millionaire." And I used to, yeah, no. didn't impress me. I wouldn't have gone out with him just because he was rich. My friends thought I was crazy. They said, "Oh, play him along for a bit, play him along, go out with him a bit." And I'm like, "No, I don't like him." I couldn't do that. I couldn't just play somebody along just to get them to buy me things and stuff. I had a friend who was always getting men to buy her things. And I'm like, why? I mean, don't get me wrong. The guy who was really rich, I let him buy me a drink and stuff. And I think he took me out for a meal once. But I couldn't just keep going out with him because I just didn't. There was just no spark. He just wasn't my kind of guy. Might have probably done better with him than when I married, wouldn't I? Still. My mother used to say, "You'll be sorry, you'll be sorry. You're waiting for shoes while clogs won't come." Yeah, I did get the clogs. Yeah. I actually met one of them later on, after he married and had twins and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, you must have been mad. He's quite nice. He'd grown up and matured a lot, in the years before, in the years right before when I wasn't with him. He'd matured a lot. He'd gone nicer. But still, water under the bridge, isn't it? He's probably retired and living in the south of France or something by now. I know one of the guys I used to go out with, he was penniless when I went out with him. And now he owns a company and he's just retired with his fourth wife, I think, to Spain. But still, I would have only been wife number one, wouldn't I? I'd have probably been jettisoned long ago. The last boyfriend I was serious about, he was 13 years younger than me. But in the end, he left me for someone younger. He was the one that got away. I was with him for 9 years, but we never lived together because my son didn't like him. Yeah. I've never. Oh yes, I did go out with an older man when I was 17. I went out with a guy who was 34. My mother went mad. It didn't last long. Well, it's better than being called a cougar, isn't it, Enid? I was a cougar, wasn't I? 13 years younger than me, I was a cougar. No, you've got it. Cougar is an older person. You're probably about the right age to be a cougar, actually. But he's not old enough. He's too old for you to be a cougar. You have to have a much younger man to be a cougar. I wouldn't want to be a cougar anymore now. I couldn't keep up with anybody younger. And I don't mean in that direction. I mean anyway, just walking, general, general anything. No, no, most cougars are older than that. I think most cougars are probably about 60 when they're going out with a guy. I think, see, is it Cher? Or is it Madonna who's a cougar? The one who's got the very young boyfriend? Or is it both of them? I need another bowl of wool. I've run out. What time is? Oh, it's nearly 12 o'clock. Oh, I'm probably one of the few ones on here that was glad to wave goodbye to mine. Oh, I get dodgy friends requests. I just ignore them. I keep getting dodgy things on my YouTube. I had 3 I had to remove today on my latest video. 3 porno blinking comments. Why do they think people who are into crocheting are into porno? Honestly. I only send friends requests if it's somebody that I know personally. You know, if I know them in real life and then I say, are you on Facebook? And then I say, is it okay if I add you? But that's about the only time I add people. It's people that I really know. Or people that I know through YouTube or something like that. But if it's just random people saying, can I be your friend? I'm like, no. I look at their friends lists to see if there's like loads of people that I know on their friends list. Because sometimes if they are crocheters, And I look and I think, oh, they've got 20 friends the same as me. I think, yeah, they must be okay. I think the last time I sent, where do I buy my jewellery? eBay. That's where I get it from, eBay. Occasionally I look in the charity shops, but I never actually see much there. It tends to be eBay. I tend to look for jewellery bundles or... Oh gosh, this is looking a bit big. This will be for a big lady. It's because it's thicker than double knit, isn't it? Never mind, we might have some big girls that want a boho top. Who knows? Somebody made me a bag and a t-shirt that had that on it, but I wouldn't wear it. It said I was a hooker. It got lost before I got here. I haven't got it anymore. I wonder why. Well, when I finish this row, I'm going to try and get some shut eye because it's midnight now. And like Cinderella, I should be going to bed. Take my pills and have a lie down. Because I've got a lot to do tomorrow, actually. If I get up. That's all me, making sure I actually get up, yeah. I'll probably be gone when you come back, Melly. No offence, but it's time for me. We shut eye. So by the time you've had your warm bath, I shall be gone. Well, thanks for joining us anyway, Melly, and we'll hopefully see you next week, yeah? I'm just going to finish this row off and then I'm going to see if I can get some sleep. I'm tired now, but when I get in bed, it's like, my eyes are like an owl when I get in bed. It's like, I'm really, really tired, really, really tired. As soon as my head hits the pillow, wide awake. Wide awakey wakey. Yeah, you off to bed as well, Kaz, yeah. Sweet dreams. Let's hope we both have a good night's sleep, although I'm not holding my breath. I think I get a bit wired up when the last 2 weeks I've been really, really tired. Today's the only Saturday, I think, that I haven't been so tired. But having said that, when I've gone to bed, the last 2 Saturdays, I'm thinking, you know, I'm really, really tired. I'm going to sleep now. And I get in bed and I've been wide awake. Yeah, it's probably an imposter, Enid. Don't worry about it. It's like when these stars keep talking about this imposter syndrome. What the heck's that? What on earth is an imposter syndrome? I have no idea. This is going to be big, I think, this. It's because the wool's so thick. I don't know what weight it's supposed to be. Is it a 4 or what? I love this yarn. If it's a 4, it's very thick. Very thick for a 4. $3.99 it says on it. Can't remember where I got it from. Somebody obviously must have sent it to me. I used to be very lucky. I used to get lots of things sent to me. I don't now, but I'm not bothered because I've got enough. People were really kind when I was in the past and sent me loads of wool from America, which was very, very nice of them. But as I say, I don't need any now, so I'm not begging. Just in case you're all thinking I'm hinting, I'm not. I am not. This is not one of those channels, you know. It's not one of those gimme, gimme, gimme. The only thing I can think of is that ABBA song. Is it Gimme, 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 a Man After Midnight? Man, I wouldn't know what to do with one if I got one after midnight. Wouldn't know what to do with one if I got one before midnight. I can sing the song, though. I'm too old for any of them. I mean, it's like even that over 50s, you know, supposed to be, what do you call it, looking for love. I need the over 70s, never mind about the over 50s. They keep advertising it on the telly. They always have these really handsome silver fox guys that are going on it. My luck, I'd get anything but. I used to get the rejects before. When I went on the dating sites when I was in my 50s, when I was still looking for love. I used to get the weirdos. Right, I've nearly finished this row. Oh, Miguel, you're coming on and I'm just going off. I just said when I get to the end of this row, I'm going off. Oh, well, I feel bad now because you've just come on and I'm going off. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, he's made it just as I'm going off, hasn't he? I'm just saying it's after midnight and it's midnight. I've been on for 3 hours and 4 minutes, Miguel. It's you that's late, not me. I was here for 3 hours. Where you been? Right. Oh, it's got to be a lot bigger than the ones I've made before, isn't it? A lot bigger. A lot bigger than the ones I've made before. Funny how the colour pool's all in one place, isn't it? All at the bottom. Never mind. Sure, somebody might like it. Even though it is much bigger. At least the fronts are more interesting because they've got different colours on them. Yeah. Right. Thank you all for your company. I am going to beddy-bowl. So sorry you're late coming to the party, Miguel, because we're all off now. Oh, I shall speak to you all very soon. I'll put my chockies away. We're all dunces at times, Enid. Don't let it worry you, love. Yeah. So thank you all for your company, and I am going to bed now. So bye now. Oh, excuse me. Bye for everybody. Bye. Bye.